family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora in this channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to give the video a big thumbs up, and share the broadcast. Thank you so very much, family. Now, certainly here in the United States of America, we certainly have heard so much about the extraordinary changes that this Trump administration has been making, and it has been nothing but absolute chaos, to say the least. Included in that chaos is major cuts, not only in the U.S. government, but this demand policy change throughout the country in multiple corporations and companies and organizations related to a term that's known as DEI, which stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yes? Well, DEI, a brief overview, it says, is a target recently scaled back in diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI initiatives, citing a need to stay in step with evolving external landscape, which is widely interpreted as a response to growing conservative backlash and pressure from activists against DEI policy, including potential legal challenges from the current administration causing them to pull back from certain DEI programs and goals. So that's a brief overview in terms of them scaling back and this whole agenda to stop it. Yes? Now, what's interesting is, how many of you all have heard the biblical phrase, and what the devil means for evil, the divine will turn it for your good. Sometimes the chaos that's going on, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the chaos that's going on is actually going to ultimately work in your favor. And the very people that's sitting there working to destroy you are inadvertently, knowingly or unknowingly, destroying themselves. Yes? And that certainly includes this DEI stuff. Now, there are so many videos that's going around right now that's mocking white women. Look at me, I'm just laughing right now. That's mocking white women being affected by these DEI policies. Now, some of you all might be saying, well, what do you mean DEI policy and white women and stuff, right? Well, family, if you look at this article that's up here now, you will see how this CNN piece headline says DEI programs benefit many groups, not just Black and brown communities. Now, first of all, the headline should even say that, right? They should just get right to it. But when you read through it, it says diversity, equity, and inclusion programs were created to help communities that have historically faced obstacles to equal opportunities in the workplace or felt a lack of belonging in majority white corporate settings. It says that these programs expanded on the Civil Rights Act signed in 1964 by President Lyndon B. Johnson, outlawing employment discrimination amongst race, religion, sex, color, national origin, etc. Now, for those of you that don't know, they used that law and legislation that was really supposed to benefit foundational Black Americans. They turned around and let other groups, including white women, in that group. Yes? Talk black to me, somebody. But when you read further on down the article, what does it say? White women have been one of the biggest beneficiaries of diversity programs in the workplace, expert on DEI says. Many companies have launched initiatives to give women a fair shot at leadership roles, close the gender pay gap, and offer paid parental leave and flexibility for employees with children, says Haley Lickstein, a political consultant and advocate for youth political engagement. White women have taken advantage of these programs, which in turn have helped their careers. So, family, let's be clear. The white women that get these jobs are turn around taking that money and all those advancements to their white children and their white husbands, in their white families, in their white communities, their white cul-de-sacs, their white gyms, businesses, stores, and banks. Talk black to me, somebody. So there's a lot of outrage. Folks are mocking them left and right, but even CNN, a legacy news organization, is forced to address the fact that white women are getting that everlasting work because of this. And what can we say? Shout out to the ancestors. Y'all are going to learn that when you're trying to destroy us, that there's a seen and an unseen government that's at work in the world. And when it looks like it's one way, it's really something else. And this is just the beginning, including for the Trump administration and other forces around the world. My name is Vicki Dillard, beloved. I have an upcoming free webinar that's going to expose some of the black magic that's being done even on the U.S. military bases. You heard me right. And it involves more than just the United States government. Your life will never be the same for this free webinar coming up in a few weeks. Go to my website at VickiPlanet.com to save your free seat today. That's VickiPlanet.